Today we need to talk about one of India's most haunting, most politically explosive cold cases. It's a story about two suspicious deaths, an investigation that felt stalled from the very beginning, and a wait for answers that for over 25 years has just never ended.
So, let's go back. The date is July 3rd, 1999. We're in Patna, the capital of India's Bihar state, and something is about to happen that will grip the entire nation.
Picture this, a locked garage belonging to a local politician. Inside, there's a white Maruti Zen, and inside that car is a secret that's about to blow the state wide open. Because what was discovered inside that car? It sent shockwaves across the entire country. The bodies of a young man and the young woman, partially clothed.
Right away, this discovery becomes a massive controversy. And a huge part of that was because of who was found in that car. So let's talk about who they were.
On one side, you have Shilpi Jain. She was a student, a former Miss Patna winner, and came from a well-known business family. And with her was Gautam Singh, the son of a doctor based in London and an up-and-comer in the ruling party's youth wing. I mean, these were two prominent young people with everything ahead of them, found dead under the absolute strangest circumstances.
The discovery of their bodies, as you can imagine, set off a complete firestorm. And within just a few hours, incredibly quickly, the police announced they already had a theory, a conclusion they reached so fast it immediately made everyone suspicious.
So what was the official story? A lover's suicide. That's it. Police claimed Shilpi and Gautam had taken their own lives with cyanide. But there was a massive problem with this theory right from the jump. There was no suicide note. Absolutely nothing to suggest this was their plan.
And the questions, they just kept piling up. For one, the crime scene was handled terribly, almost immediately contaminated. Then, Gautam's body was cremated with, let's just say, unusual speed, apparently without his whole family's consent. And maybe the biggest red flag of all, a very powerful politician, Sadhu Yadav, who happened to be the chief minister's brother, showed up at the scene. He got there so early, you have to wonder, how did he know about it before almost anyone else?
So, that was the official story, a simple suicide. But that narrative was about to completely crumble. Why? Because the scientific evidence, it told a completely different story.
And this became the question everyone was asking. The families, the public, the media. Okay, fine, police say it's suicide, but does the forensic evidence actually back that up? Well, the answer was a loud, clear no. The forensic report didn't just contradict the suicide theory, it absolutely shattered it. It revealed that Shilpi Jain had been brutally raped. DNA from more than one person was found on her body. On top of that, the scene strongly suggested they were both killed somewhere else, and their bodies were just placed in the car after they were already dead. This was not a suicide. This was a murder scene.
So this really leaves us with three competing ideas of what happened. First, you've got the official suicide theory, which has almost no evidence to back it up. Then there's the gang rape and murder theory, which lines up with the forensics, but no one was ever identified. And that brings us to the third theory, a political cover-up. This one was fueled by the tampered evidence and the powerful people circling the case, but it's never been officially proven in court.
And it's really that third theory, the political cover-up, that has kept this story alive for over 2 decades, because the investigation very quickly got tangled up with some of the biggest names in Bihar politics. People started pointing fingers. Serious allegations were made against Sadhu Yadav, the chief minister's brother, but he was never properly investigated. Then you had key political figures who reportedly just refused to give DNA samples. This all led to massive public protests demanding one simple thing, a real impartial investigation with no political interference.
So, what happened next? After all the protests, all the damning forensic evidence, where did the case go? Well, this is where a shocking crime story turns into a long, incredibly frustrating wait for justice.
Just look at this timeline. It tells you everything you need to know. 1999, the bodies are found. The case eventually goes to India's top agency, the CBI. But then, in 2003, the CBI closes the case. And get this, their conclusion was the same as the local police, double suicide. The case went cold for years, only resurfacing recently in political debates. But for the families, they're still right back where they started. Over 25 years. Think about that for a second. A quarter of a century has passed. And for the families of Shilpi Jain and Gautam Singh, there have been no answers, no one held accountable, no justice. In the end, the Shilpi-Gautam case became so much more than just an unsolved crime. It became a symbol of what many called Bihar's jungle Raj, a time defined by lawlessness and a deeply disturbing connection between crime and politics. The whole thing is a chilling reminder of what can happen when the truth gets buried by power, leaving a question that still haunts us today. What really happened in that locked garage?